Toronto real estate market has definitely shifted from the craziness we saw in 2020, 2021, and at the beginning of 2022. This was caused by extremely high demand, low inventory, and historically low interest rates. The activity certainly slowed down. The question now is how that affects you if you are considering getting into this market. In this week's video, I'm going to share with you some of the most common questions I'm getting on the daily basis about the shifting market right here in Toronto. Hello, my name is Olena. I'm a real estate broker here in Toronto. My team and I help our clients to relocate to Toronto or simply to choose a great neighborhood in the city. In this video, I will answer the most common questions about Toronto real estate market, and I will explain how to navigate through those conditions. But before I begin, for those of you who are visiting my channel for the first time, please subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new video about living in Toronto as well as its real estate. And for my entire audience, if you like the videos, please like, comment down below and contact me if you have any questions. Let's begin. The first and the most common question: how is the market right now? The current market has definitely shifted from the seller's market to what we call balanced market. And what it means for you is if you are looking to buy a home, you actually have a lot more leverage when it comes to negotiations, because earlier this year, every house was selling within the first week with 5-10 offers for 5, 10, 15, 20% over the asking price. Now houses are sitting on the market for 20-30 days, and most likely if you submit an offer, you will be the only one and you are not going to compete. The sellers are more open to negotiations nowadays comparatively to what they were earlier this year. If you look at the numbers, back in February and March this year, the average ratio sale price to list price was 113%. Now it is 99%, which shows that the homes on average are selling under asking price. The number one reason for the shift in the market is that the interest rates are basically doubled. This affected the buyers' affordability. Consequently, the demand went down. However, another thing that I'm seeing right now is that the inventory is still low. I noticed a lot of sellers are choosing not to sell because they don't want to leave their homes where they locked at 3% mortgage rate and to get the next house at 6 or 7% interest rates. In addition, sellers are hoping that the market will improve soon, so they'd rather rent their properties out. Even though the market shows a significant slowdown, some of the properties are still selling with multiple offers and about the asking prices. Those are the properties which have unique features like unique location, outstanding upgrades. For condos, it can be a great view or a highly desirable building. So there are two conclusions. Number one, the market has shifted from crazy to balance and created better conditions for buyers. And number two is that if you own a unique property, it will be in demand in any market and it will sell for more than average comparable. Question number two that I am asked very often is, Olena, do you think that the seller will take X amount for their property? There are too many variables to answer this question, and it requires more information about the sellers and their situation. For example, if the sellers are under the pressure of certain circumstances and there is an urgency to sell their property, of course, most likely they will be more willing to lower the price. If the seller is not in rush and there is no urgency, they might be tough in negotiating to the buyer's numbers. Before drafting an offer, I usually connect with the listing agent to find out seller's motivation and circumstances to make the negotiations more productive and efficient for my clients. Another variable is how long the property is on the market. If it is listed 2 days ago, obviously the chances that seller will take a significant amount off the listing price are slim to nothing. On contrary, the properties with more days on the market are more likely to be sold for less. In most cases, a great way to get the best possible price is to submit a written offer with your proof of funds or pre-approval letter, because I saw many times sellers don't even know what number they would be willing to accept. But if they see a real offer and all they have to do is to sign a contract to have their home sold, lots of sellers will take less than they originally expected. Another frequent question that I'm getting is, where do you think interest rates are going? There is no exact and the only answer to this question, because no one knows what's going to happen. I only can operate the information which seems to be logic and from the reputable source. Most bank experts expect interest rates to peak in the first half of 2023 and will go down to approximately 4-5% in late summer or fall 2023. But again, it is not an advice to follow, it is just my opinion on this matter. Next question I get a lot is, how can I get the best interest rates possible? I am not going to speak about specific programs which are available on the market, as they change daily, and every lender offers their own incentives. Instead, I will give you the general points what you must consider when applying for mortgage. First of all, make sure that you have A+ credit score. If your credit score is 600, you are not getting the best rates. Your score should be 750 and above. Second thing is talk to multiple lenders. I advise this to all my clients, and I did it earlier this year when I bought a property for myself. I am sure you will find the best rate and the program which will fit your situation the most. If you need a referral for a great local lender, don't hesitate to reach out. Next question is, are new construction homes open to negotiations? Here is the answer: yes and no. This greatly depends on the reputation of a developer, where a pre-construction project is located, and the demand around this property. Some of the builders are facing expenses that exceed their initial expectations, plus delays, and plus more reluctant buyers' behavior due to the rising mortgage rates. My clients are advised to look for a deal both in the developers and assignments offerings. Good assignments are quite often today, as buyers who initially planned to refinance their homes to close a new property nowadays don't see any sense in doing this, as the prices for properties went down and the rates are up, which brings their buying power significantly down. The general rule here is every project has to be analyzed separately. Next question I get very often is, should I buy now or should I wait? This is a very complex question, and it depends on three things. First of all, your motivation or need to buy. For example, you outgrew your current home and need more space for your family. This means you have enough solid reasons to start looking. Second, you need to be in a strong financial position. Make sure you have a high credit score and a stable income from your job. Third, you have a long-term vision. This means you are going to keep this house for at least 5-7 years. If you have all three criteria met, then the answer is obvious. This small test is relevant not only in the shifting market, but in any type of the market, slow, hot, and in between. And the biggest question everybody is wondering about is, will the market crash? I advise people who ask this question to Google it first. You will not find any official source predicting a crash. What you will see instead is different words used in the official rhetorics. They would use crisis, price correction, slowdown, price drop, and so on. Informal conversations in different chats, forums, or on the platforms like Reddit use the word crash everywhere, as people are scared by the media and the latest negative news. The truth is that no one can predict what is going to happen. You can only accept one point of view which reflects your vision. I personally think that the crash is not going to happen in Toronto anytime soon, and the price drop probably will not help buyers to get properties for free. We still have a shortage of inventory, as sellers choose not to sell due to being locked at the old mortgage rates and the market slowing down. Another reason is that Toronto is a world-class city and Canada's main financial and job hub. Many people around the world are striving to live in Toronto and to relocate their assets here. There are a lot of other questions circulating around Toronto real estate market nowadays, so if you have any, don't hesitate to ask. And if you feel that my team and I can help you with buying or selling your home, please contact us by calling, texting, emailing, or even commenting down below. We are actively using WhatsApp, Viber, and WeChat for your convenience. Also, I would like to remind you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to hit that bell button to be notified every time I post a new video about living in Toronto as well as its real estate. Please comment down below with your questions, and if you are thinking of moving to Toronto or simply relocate to a great neighborhood, I will be happy to help. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next videos.